I'm Alvina Vasquez. I'm a mom of a toddler. I am the owner of a PR agency in Colorado. I also have a podcast called Alvina Talks Shift. I like to talk to people about what's going on in the world, what's going on in their lives. It's really just an opportunity to connect and create community. Welcome to my show. I started my career in broadcasting. I had the opportunity to really meet a lot of people across the state, find out what really motivates them. And now I have the distinct privilege of working in community relations, public relations, and media relations. I like to raise up people's voices so that they can make change in the world and make this world a better place. I started my podcast thinking that I had an amazing network of people who have really great stories. There's a lot of people in this world that don't know what's happening in their community in the political space. And I wanted to make those connections so that folks can relate to what's happening in the world and what's happening in their individual lives. And what we realize is there's not a lot of differences. A lot of us are experiencing things in the world and trying to get through day to day just to get through the day some days. Some days are really great, some days are really bad. But I hope that my show comes across that somebody's already experienced what you've experienced, and there's really good things happening in this world and in our communities and in our homes with our families and our friends. And I hope that I highlight that in my shows. It's been about a year since I've started this process, and I remember when I was trying to come up with a name for the show, the word shift I really connected with that word, because every day as a woman, as a Latina, as a professional, I feel like I'm shifting into different ways I have to work, different ways I have to act. And so I feel like shifting puts a lot of pressure on us to act certain ways, to say certain things, and there's a lot of external pressures on us. So I felt like if we talk about that, if we talk about the things that affect our daily lives, the things that are changing, the dynamics that are constantly happening, that we'd be able to move together in community and make it better. Something that I've learned interviewing people on my show is that there's a lot of people in the background making things happen, making other people's voices heard, helping in the advocacy space in their community. And they also have really great experiences and interesting takes on things. I love being a part of lifting up their voice, even though they've been in the background for a majority of their career. People should listen to my podcast because they want to learn about things that are happening that they don't have time to think about. We elect our leaders based on the fact that we want them to represent our views, but a lot goes into getting those elected individuals to represent those views. And so folks that listen to my podcast should want to learn more about the world around them, about their community, about how to make changes in the world, but also the human experience of working in advocacy and working in philanthropy and working in these really big, intimidating spaces that actually have a huge impact in our life. And so what I want to do is make sure that folks feel like they're a part of it, that they can ask questions. No question is a dumb question. Let's really talk about these things in a way that folks can understand. You can check out my show on anywhere you can find a podcast. That's what makes it so accessible, like our community policies should be. You can listen to me anywhere that you get podcasts, watch me on YouTube, like and share. Make sure that folks in your community know that policy, community, advocacy, it's all super accessible, and that's what we talk about on my show. So tune in anywhere you get your podcast, and if you're interested on Talking Shift with me, or if you have any good takes or interesting topics you'd like me to cover, feel free to reach out.